No break, straight here to Kalgoorlie here. Race number 4. We have a 7-race program, which means, Krishane, this is the first leg of the quaddie. Krishane Warren's alongside me here, and Timescale does battle with Prize Pursuit. Looks a nice little race, this.
Oh, definitely does over the short course. Very even race, I thought, and you could make a case for each of the 8 runners, but the market points to Timescale and Prize Pursuit.
These horses have completed their prelims here. They're heading around to the barriers, so let's have a look at them as they do their prelims. And we start with Magna Force here, who's a little bit of a track specialist. He's a little bit of an enigma as well, Krishane. He's not an easy horse to catch.
Yeah, correct there, Scott. He was fresh in the yard, on his toes. Magna Force, he resumes. We know he's a short course specialist. He comes to hand fairly quickly, and also drawn low in a race that possesses a lot of gate speed. He'll only carry 58. He's an each-way play.
Number 2, Turbo Power, wears the same set of colours. Trevor Tasker now trains, formerly trained down in Perth by Rob Goldberty. Today it's Lisa Staples riding.
Yeah, leaving this 8-year-old open-class sprinter up here, and probably will play dividends. Good effort last start after tracking deep the trip. He's back to 1,200 metres. He's drawn well. He's got natural gate speed, and I think the track conditions here today at Kalgoorlie will suit this horse. He's in the mix.
Now, you're on top of here. Prize Pursuit's been very popular with punters. Now an outright favourite, $3.60. Jason Miller, Clint Johnston-Porter, 2 from 2, undefeated at the KBRC previously.
Yeah, big coup that, and very relaxed in the yard. Second up today. He has won up second up previously. I did expect a little bit more on resumption. That was behind Universal Flair, but there's been 3 weeks between runs. He's definitely would have stripped fitter in condition, and gate 1, as you said, 2 from 2 at the track, so no problem getting around this circuit. I think he's a major player here today.
Number 4, Timescale, first start for the new stable and new connections, now with Peter Fernie. Braden Garth rides.
Yeah, looked well. Look, generally competitive, fresh Timescale. She's a good horse, or she will be a good horse for up here, one would think, jump and run type, and especially today with the rail out 8 metres. So should be probably aimed up towards some of the features, I'd say, over the race round and leading into that. So she looked quite well in the coat, and quite bright, hard to beat.
Now, first up last campaign, she ran 3rd behind Burn to Survive in a 72 plus at Ascot. So you'd imagine that, yes, Krishane, she'll be very competitive here. Market Strike doesn't have a trial, comes straight to the races for Josh Brown and Jared Noski.
Yeah, another one like Timescale resuming, and does go well fresh, this Esperance-based galloper, and had a great Esperance campaign down there earlier in the year. Looked a little bit hairy in condition, but probably what you'd expect first up in a preparation. But he is a big, robust looking type of horse, so definitely strong, and looked okay, and does possess well fresh in a campaign.
Second start in WA, number 6, Freedom Square.
Yeah, was sound enough the other day, and got a long way back. Looks to have tightened up a bit with that run under his belt. Should get over further ground. Expect improvement.
Also second up is number 7, Fair Justice.
Well, first up run was okay in a weaker field than this. Drops in weight. Drawn well, has won second up previously, but yet to win at this track. I thought it was a tougher assignment, but can figure.
And only 52 kilos for number 8, Jakestar.
Yeah, well, he was slow out the other day and trailed the field. His runs have been spaced, this time back in, and he has been nursed along, so would probably appreciate a softer track chance.
I know that Royce is keen on number 3 here in Prize Pursuit. Are you as well?
I am, Scott, leading into the Hydramech Handicap, and they're over at the start. They're milling around race 4 Kalgoorlie. Numbers 3, 4, 2 and 6, Prize Pursuit on top. And look, it is a bit suspect, but I just think Jason Miller down there at Carnup training, he's had a few weeks to figure this guy out. And he's an Alfred Nobel 5-year-old, and he definitely goes better than what he produced first up. So I thought with a little bit of tinkering and gate 1 here today, and on top of the ground, I thought he'd be the one we'll go with from 4 Timescale. She's going to be a real nice horse, Scott, here for Kalgoorlie, as you alluded to, and just look at some of those horses that she's been behind, even of recent times back in earlier in the year, you know, Western Knight, Tadweer and the like. So Timescale in for second. 2 Turbo Power, another good horse for up on this type of circuit. on top of the ground. He'll be right among the thick of things. And 6 Freedom Square, another one that looked really well and probably needed the run the other day, although first up WA debut, and looks to have come on, so expect improvement there, but may get a little bit further back than anticipated. 3, 4, 2 and 6, my top 4 numbers leading into the 4th, Scott.
3, 4, 2, 6 for Cochrane, and now 3 is our favourite, very well supported as well. Prize Pursuit into $3.30 now, ahead of race number 4 at Kalgoorlie. First leg of the quaddie, second line of betting, Turbo Power $5, equal with Time Scale $5, $6.50 Market Strike, $8.50 Magna Force, double figures the remaining 3. Let's send you here for Royce in race number 4.
Thanks, Scott. Thanks, Cochrane. Good afternoon to our STC viewers. Last 4 events to be broadcast today. Thanks, Stu. Tab Radio on board as well. We're set over at the 1200, first leg of today's main quaddie. The open class gallopers going around. Prize Pursuit backed into favouritism and the gates fly back. They're off. Level Dispatch, Fair Justice straight out the back door with Turbo Power and Freedom Square being restrained to the tail of the field. Hitting the ground running was Market Strike together with the newcomer Time Scale. The mare, she's sitting second the outside. They were followed next of all by Magna Force in company with Jakestar, then Turbo Power 5th. Then came the favourite Prize Pursuit with only 2 behind him, Fair Justice and Freedom Square. 700 metres to run as they go onto the side of the course, and it's Market Strike who shows the way. Market Strike out by a head, now running second around the outside, Time Scale. They were being followed next of all down on the inside to Turbo Power, also there Jakestar who's sitting wide. They were followed next of all by Magna Force, the top weight. Prize Pursuit starting to improve. Then came Fair Justice and Freedom Square last of all. They straighten up for the run home, and it's Time Scale who took over from Market Strike responding. Turbo Power starts to accelerate. Jakestar down the outside with Prize Pursuit. Good go here. It's Time Scale narrowly. Magna Force, Turbo Power the outside, and also Jakestar. It's Turbo Power, Jakestar. They hit it. Oh! Perhaps the outside, Jakestar, a nose to Turbo Power, but I'm not sure. Leave it to the judge. Then we had Prize Pursuit for the minors with Time Scale and also Market Strike. Brilliant go. They were followed in by Freedom Square, then the top weight Magna Force, and last to greet the judge was Fair Justice. And judge having a look at the photo here. There is a margin and it will go to Jakestar. Number 8, Jakestar, goes into the frame ahead of the 2, Turbo Power. For third, 1:11.27 the gallop here, 1:11.27 for the 1200. 8, 2, 3 gets third, that's Prize Pursuit. And for fourth was number 4. There we go, Time Scale, who looked the winner at the top of the straight. But good go here to the Hydramech Handicap, 8, 2, 3 and 4. It's Jakestar, who I tell you what, he sat wide on that Charles Street side of the course. And he just kept coming in the straight. And he's got the head down when it counts. A short half head by a short neck, 1:11.27. It was Turbo Power in front, and then Jakestar grabbing him on the line. 8, 2, 3 and 4 after the running of race number 4.
Yeah, we'll just see how he pulls up, and he always comes good in the spring and wins one for me. So,
what's on the cards for both Solarise and also Jakestar?
Look, I might try and sneak Jakestar down to Belmont. He loves the sting out of the ground, so if we can find a suitable race, that's probably him.
Keeping an eye on to make sure that you don't get too far away from him. I'll let you go.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
There's Brett Drury here. He's on strapping duties as well. Cassie Martin, and too strong in the first leg of the quaddie. Number 8, Jakestar. He sat off the track and he was just too strong for them in the end. He was able to be kept in a rhythm there, Cochrane, with only the 52 kilos, and he's too strong for Turbo Power. It looks as though wins just around the corner here. Lisa Staples Road today for Trevor Tasker. Likely to stay up here, you would think, now for this rest of this season, and there's going to be races for him across the carnival as well. The traditional annual carnival here on Hannon's Handicap Day, and then we have the Cup Day here. But why don't you grab a word here with Cassie Martin?
Thanks, Scott. Congratulations. 3 wide the trip. Some sort of win.
That's right. He couldn't get in, which is not ideal, but he was pretty tough to win from out there.
And when you did get trapped wide and sort of no going back, going forward, you just sort of opted to be out there and let him sort of fumble himself?
Yeah, well, that's right. Once you're out there, so best not to panic.
Good win, Cassie Martin, and you've got one more for Leo in the next?
Yeah, that's right. He should run a good race, I think.
All the best. Thanks, Cassie.
There's Cassie Martin in there, and also Brett Drury. Jakestar 2 strong in the first leg of the quaddie. Those numbers out of Kalgoorlie 8, 2, 3 and 4. But Jakestar, a 6-year-old by Universal Ruler out of Jake's sister, makes it win number 7 from 44. But more importantly, win number 6 here at the KBRC, a real track specialist. 3 more to come out of Kalgoorlie as our Sky Thoroughbred Central audience head to a break.